throws the thing and the glass just breaks. And then
next night she comes on. How's she going to get out of this?
Oops. Did I mess that up? On Fox and Friends weekend, we just do another take.
Clinton Jaws, if you could like this video, I'd really appreciate it. You wouldn't believe what a like does in the YouTube world. Makes the video skyrocket. I watched this live on my television because I just got cable. And I said to myself, I got to do a video on this because, not because she lies in it. I found that out after. But it was her reaction to Musk. Her over-exaggerated, gross, cringy, laughing at Musk. It was so bad that I got to show you. I got to show you the video clip of it. Why do they hate Musk? I have no idea. He's a genius. He built rocket ships. He's going to Mars. They hate him. But she tries to wreck him here, and it backfires in her face. I'm going to show you what Musk said about it, and I'm going to show you what she said the next day about it, because she had to apologize for it. Let's watch. Her whole episode was on the Cybertruck like a Looney Tune. We're going to cut into the middle of it.
He explained that Tesla, in its wisdom, had created an armored exoskeleton for the truck. What other truck has that? Because it has this armored exoskeleton.
Yeah, it does.
Basically, nothing can harm this truck. He said it was literally bulletproof. And then he said he would show everybody just how indestructible, how impermeable, how undentable his magic truck was.
Maybe I should put the clip in with Joe Rogan shooting an arrow at it right here.
You might want to do it at a slight angle. You know what I mean? There it is. There it is. Move the arrow apart. Yeah. Flatten the tip of the arrow. Look at the tip of the broadhead. That's impressive.
How everything would just bounce off it, no matter what you threw at it.
Like an arrow.
That was the big unveiling of the Tesla Cybertruck, and here's how that went.
Franz, could you try to break this glass, please? Oh my God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
Oh my effing God is what he says. Maybe that was a little too hard.
That was so funny, eh?
The guy who threw the thing at the window, that's the chief designer at Tesla.
Okay, let's just say it was funny. It only deserves one laugh. No. You got to watch this, guys. You got to watch what she says afterwards.
This was the big rollout, the big armored glass rollout to show the whole world how nothing can break that glass. He throws the thing and the glass just breaks. And then the designer guy, Franz, he says, let me try again. He clearly has a lot of confidence in this vehicle, right? So he basically says to Elon Musk, let me try the other window.
Let's try that, right? Try that on, really? Okay. Sure.
Oh, man.
It didn't go through. All right. Not bad. A little room for improvement.
Which they did.
The truck has its fans, just like everything Mr. Musk does has its fans. But it has definitely had its share of problems and embarrassments. And, frankly, from the very first seconds that it was introduced to the world, it has had a large share of not living up to the hype, especially the part about these trucks being unbreakable and indestructible and having this impermeable armored glass, demo Tesla armor glass. Oops. Well, now, as the top campaign donor to U.S. President Donald Trump,
here it comes.
Elon Musk has apparently somehow convinced the United States government, specifically the United States Department of State,
Specifically Trump.
that the taxpayers of the United States of America should spend $400 million buying, quote, armored Tesla production units. The line item here appears to be for a $400 million taxpayer purchase of production units of armored Teslas. So since I think the only supposedly armored production vehicles Tesla makes are these hilarious trucks, this really appears to be the State Department announcing, putting in writing that it's going to spend $400 million buying these paperweights from Elon Musk. This is a line item in the latest procurement forecast for the U.S. Department of State. It started circulating online today as the
Trump
rest of the
administration.
government and the rest of the country continued to contend with Elon Musk and Donald Trump's claims that, boy, they've sure found a lot of waste in the government. And isn't it great what they're doing? Isn't it great and definitely not at all illegal or profoundly corrupt for the president to put someone with billions of dollars in government contracts personally in charge of deciding what happens to government contracts? I mean, hopefully the State Department isn't planning on parking its $400 million worth of armored Tesla production units like under a walnut tree. Or out in the rain. But otherwise, that's obviously a super kosher use of taxpayer funds and not at all $400 million worth of self-dealing by the president's top campaign donor to whom he has handed the keys to the kingdom. Definitely not ripping us all off to pay themselves, right?
Right?
Armored Tesla production units like under a walnut tree or like out in the rain. But otherwise,
all they do is complain about misinformation, disinformation. She forgot to tell you one thing. Trump had nothing to do with it. Right, Jesse?
Finally, Trump hired a rocket scientist with an IT department to root out the fraud, and the Democrats are against it.
Who the hell voted for Mr. Musk? Who the hell voted for, excuse the phrase, a guy who calls himself Big Balls?
No one voted for Musk. So what? No one voted for Fauci either. You voted for the president, and he appoints people. And why are we even having this conversation? Trump ran on reform and won on it with Musk at his side. These people are never going to learn. After getting humiliated by the Russia hoax, Maddow's back to spreading conspiracies.
isn't it great and definitely not at all illegal or profoundly corrupt? Definitely not ripping us all off to pay themselves, right?
Donald Trump didn't give that contract to Elon Musk. Joe Biden gave it to him. Even liberals are calling Maddow out. The 400 million armored Tesla story is a fake scandal in a sea of real graft and horror.
She doesn't tell you the date of December 2024. She leaves that part out to mislead you. It was Biden who did it, and Trump's not even going to do it. This is what Elon had to say about it. I'm pretty sure Tesla ain't getting 400 mil. No one mentioned it to me, at least. No contracts have ever been awarded. I'm going to show you her apology. But isn't it amazing, the little old lady sitting at home watching cable and believing this? Believing people are listening to her. I don't know how you could listen to her. Honestly, I don't even know how you could look at her. I wish she would just put on a turtleneck. But you know what she says, right? They don't got my size. That is a hell of a neck. Ooh. Oh. You want to know what ChatGPT said about this? Oh, you got to listen to it. ChatGPT. It seems like there was a mix-up and some misinformation which led to the backlash. Do you think Maddow should have double-checked her sources before reporting this? Of course, I wrote back. Yes, she should have done some fact-checking, don't you think? Absolutely, fact-checking is crucial for responsible journalism. Maintains credibility, trust with the audience. Reporting incorrect information can lead to misunderstandings and spread misinformation, which is harmful to public discourse. Then he goes on to say, Maddow, you should start double-checking your sources. Next night she comes on. How's she going to get out of this? Watch this.
Last night, we reported on this fiscal year 2025 procurement prospectus from the U.S. State Department. It is dated December 2024 during the Biden administration. This is after the November.
Oh, now you're going to provide the date. That's when it was dated. During the Biden. She was forced to do that. She had to do that.
This is after the November election, but before Trump was sworn in.
Oh, really?
And we reported on this last night because the single most expensive line item in the whole prospectus for the State Department's prospective purchases in 2025 was a $400 million line item for, quote, armored Tesla production units. $400 million worth of armored Teslas. Tell me more, edgelord of government efficiency. Last night, as we and numerous other news organizations reported on Elon Musk's company Tesla being in line for what appeared to be a gigantic payout from the U.S. State Department, during our show, in fact, that line item was changed on the State Department website so that it no longer says Tesla. And they took away the part that says Tesla. They changed it so it now says armored electric vehicles.
Yeah, of course.
Now, the State Department prospectus did not reflect a contract to Tesla for $400 million. Rather, this was a prospectus showing that the government, the State Department, was interested in making this kind of a purchase for that kind of a price tag.
I thought you were for electric vehicles. Everybody in America wants to go green. Well, half of America. All the leftists are fighting climate change. You want electric vehicles. That was the big thing, right? That's why Biden did it. Biden did that for you, idiot stick. Now you're complaining about it.
And that, of course, would be a huge deal for Tesla. That would be a really big deal if the State Department went ahead with that plan. It's like an important thing to know about what Tesla had been expecting they might be in line for from the government in fiscal year 2025, particularly while the CEO of Tesla is at this very moment moonlighting at a weird quasi-governmental job in which he is cutting huge swaths of spending and the personnel that makes up what we call the U.S. government. As we learn more about this, we'll let you know more. But
she's going to let you know more as she learns. She's going to teach us, America. Oh, my God. How can you watch it? I do it because I got a podcast. And it is, I'm going to tell you, sometimes it's complete hell. You would think they would learn. But I guess they have an audience for this. I guess they do. They won't stop, you dumb dork. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Is that a thumbnail? I just spit. I think that's a thumbnail. How do I save that?
What's that?